Joe Burns has sent a message into the Boxing Nutters group celebrating his wedding, and he asked me to play it, so I said I would. Here we go.
Hello, you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? Paul. I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. What's next for Dave Allen? And what's Jimmy Happy's real name? How old is he? 46, James. Stop lying to the people.
This episode's gonna get pulled for that music clip.
Copyright, yeah, asshole. You're gonna get us fucking kicked off YouTube.
He took a line before he done that video. Fucking certainly.
Should have took one before he said I do.
Oh, he was on that Cedric Sniff, I can tell you right now.
Oh man, good lad, Joe. Shout out to the Dr. FMG as well.
What's with air freshener, man? What's he doing with air freshener?
15 Australian dollars.
It.
Just a magic tree. Just putting out an SOS welfare check on Felix Cash. Thank you very much, Dr. FMG. You shouldn't have done that, but we appreciate it anyway. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, that's big dough. That's big dough, that, isn't it? Australian dollars.
Oh, right, definitely.
Double
your money.
It's
Double your money, try to get rich.
You guys have a lot of money that goes from Australia back to Ireland now, don't you?
Allegedly.
Half Irish workforce is out in Australia these days, man. What the fuck?
We lost all the good ones. You want to see what's left? Fucking hell.
I'm curious to see the.
Rob into Australia.
I'm curious to see the.
I'm ready to never went.
I'm curious to see the generation of half Samoan, half Irish kids that are to come in the next decade or so. Those are going to be some badass boxers, Rob.
Well, apparently there was a lot of fucking alleged hard men that went out of Ireland that found out they weren't hard until when they ran into some Samoan bouncers in Australia.
Yeah, that's a rough lesson to learn right there.
McDonald Steve saying that everybody should make a video like our man just done there, actually, and post it in. A Porky tribute video.
I never noticed the music in the background. Good lad, Joe. No, he done his best. Yeah, we have another video to play later. We'll get to that as quick as we can. A few people are asking us if we're going to cover the DAZN show tonight. Absolutely, of course we are. We're hardcore boxing.
Fuck's sake.
Where is Ozzy when you need him? Where is Ozzy when you need him?
That's almost 900. Was that 800 pounds of fucking flesh in there, man? That's a whole lot of man. Like, look at Jesus Christ. What was the result?
The one on the left stopped the other one in the second round.
Really?
Accumulation of shots.
Accumulation.
He landed 1.5 blows.
Fuck me, man. 1.5 minute rounds. What saw that about?
The fella on the right was there putting his fucking cum shield in.
Well, let's see if there's something to watch. Who actually watched this shit, man?
I just saw it on Twitter, the stoppage. Like, I saw the link that the lads put in the chat. Like, I didn't
even watch that shit on YouTube, man, or fucking.
It looks like a screenshot from a weight loss challenge show. It does not look like a fucking boxing weigh.
There's John O'Carroll with the beard there in the middle as well. Wings of Redemption, 404 pounds against Boogie 2988, combined 257 stone.
Was that pay-per-view, by the way? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Was it? I just checked these.
I hope it wasn't pay per pound.
It was 19. It was 19 quid. Can you imagine if you fucking bought that? You were getting charged like 5-10 times, like the poor bastard did for the Ryan Garcia fight. Oh shit! And it's just to see Joe, non-elite athlete Fourier, get fucking iced off an elbow. It should have belonged to Muay Thai or something like that. Fuck's sake!
The purse bid for this was in Just Eat vouchers, I heard.
Eddie still lost it.
They shouldn't have had John Fisher referee. John Fisher was refereeing and going, I'm not refereeing this two fat cunts. Fuck that.
thing is, I think if John Fisher was there, man, John Fisher would have got in the middle of the two guys and says, look, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're fucking dedicated to your craft, boys. Bunch of Chinese later on.
Well, you know,
jokes aside, not jokes aside, because they're still, you can always joke with these guys, but wouldn't the fucking funny, well, not funny, it's not funny, but wouldn't the strangest thing to happen last night is that one of these two just dropped dead in the ring, and that would have been Misfits over forever. Because like it could have happened. No, but could have like you can't be putting fellas fucking 50 stone in the fucking ring. Like come on, like.
Well,
That's not right. Getting them to do
Absolute
physical fucking
disgrace.
this is
under the lights and everything. One of them could have easily carked it. There's no fucking. There's no guarantees they'd finish a fight. Like
Ozzy, phone in, mate. Phone in,
gonna-
please.
I'm gonna
No,
trace. I'm gonna trace this back to when Andre Berto was paid $1 million to fight Freddie Hernandez. When you can pay people a purse like that and get junk like that, or you can pay these two hefty gentlemen in chips and curry sauce. Eventually, chips and curry sauce is gonna win out. It's just economics.
what I'm getting at is that like KSI and Misfits, like I don't know a fucking thing about these guys. Like I'm an old man. I'm 45 in a few months. I don't know who Deji and Swarms are. I know some of the Pawn Stars. I've never watched them fight. I've no interest in watching them fighting. These two fat lads. I wonder to myself. Look at I've seen a few. I'm not big on the titles. What was it? What was I gonna say? Fucking the two lads fighting like how I was thinking to myself, how the fuck who sanctioned this to let these two pass a medical and get in for a fucking professional
PBA
license
apparently,
boxer?
Rob.
Exactly.
Professional Boxing
KCI,
Association, they
the
call it.
Professional Boxing Association,
Sure,
which
it's
is
not
owned
the
by who?
Professional Bowlers Association.
Talk
Not
about
Bellews.
dragging boxing's reputation to the sport. KSI, the YouTuber, owns PBA, the fucking commission who licensed all these fights. So he's not.
There's
KSI
KFC.
Yeah.
doing.
He's
Winning with
knocked
an
out a
elbow.
fella with a running elbow, and there's two fellas that were a combined weight of 57 stone getting licensed to fight. Like, honestly, if one of them had just died, it would have maybe shut all this shit down, but who knows where it's going to go from here. Like,
It'd be amazing though if it just like a fight to the finish, yeah. Rather than this 1.5 minute rounds, as Rob says, you want to see somebody drop down, so let them fight to the finish. See
man,
how
the
much
fella,
they're on then.
no. It was sad. The fella on the right took a few smacks, and like he looked out of the ring. Like it was like, please, somebody come and get me, like a fucking, I don't know, an airlift me out of this fucking.
Rob, you've got to
Hell.
respect everyone who gets in the ring. Rob,
Rob,
everyone who gets in the ring.
you
No,
need a
respect
fucking
the two.
You need a fucking Chinook to get him out the ring, mate. Fuck's sake.
Put him in 1898 rules where it just doesn't stop until somebody does it out.
Aye, like Sam McVeigh versus Jack Johnson in fucking Paris. 45 rounds, mate. Keep going till one person drops.
Yeah, man, we should do our own. The PBE, if they get sanctioned, anyone can who wants it in the Boxing Nutters Boxing League. So,
Can we
do our
really
own one,
afford
don't we?
the insurance?
You got two behemoths fighting there, or trying to fight, and then you
Oh,
got
it'd be class.
KSI.
Imagine if one of us died. Imagine the views the pod would get that night.
Oh man, Eddie Hearn's first interview by IFL will be fucking tremendous, man. Eh?
I'm not saying that. I'm not casting any aspersions on these two guys and saying that they're overweight, but when you get like Japanese fishermen showing up outside the fucking venue with harpoons, you know you're fucking in trouble. Like,
Jesus.
Well,
Oh,
listen,
Jesus.
And
boys,
KSI thought it was Tong Po, man, throwing fucking elbows about the place.
Stop. No, let's be serious. This is Misfits, right? So
Fuck
be
off.
thankful that this isn't real boxing. This would never happen in a real boxing ring. We can all be glad of that. But Wellington has done some unrivaled
You
research.
forget about Butterbean by the way back in
Done
the
some
day.
unrivaled research, and here we go. Saturday the 13th of August, 2016, in the Lumiere Casino, St. Louis, Missouri. Dom Richards was the doctor, no doubt on hand. This is a professional boxing show. Look right down at the bottom of the screen there.
Mhm.
Jordan Maxey, 370 pounds, coming in at a sprightly 26 stone against Charles Rogers, 31.5 stone.
Maxie wasn't an ironic nickname, by the way. Fucking hell.
So these boys, the Trailblazers here 7 years ago, just leading to this. That's where it all started. That's
I'm
where,
always
this is where it is. This is where it started.
Did you say it was 31.5 stone?
Yes.
So that's what, like 430 pounds, give or take?
31.5 stone. That's like, what am I,
Yeah.
14.5? Fucking hell, man.
Give
Like,
me
that'll be
that.
having me eat myself my own body weight over before I have a look at myself and go, I think this has gone too far. I want to fucking cut back.
Yeah, Big
Holy
John,
fuck.
take a step back and have a think to yourself.
That's
I'd be fascinated by that shit. Like, honestly, you know, like the fellas on Jerry Springer and all had to cut him out of the house with a fucking chainsaw. Like, you know, they're crying on the telly. Like, where now? You think it's too late, asshole? Fuck me.
Well,
Get
when
on
you
the Mars
can't,
bar diet now. Get a Mars bar stuck up your arse and get a Rottweiler or chase you down the fucking street. That'll
when you
suit you
can't,
to get the weight off.
Battered Mars bar if you're in Scotland. You can get.
I'm actually amazed like that they can like make it to the ring and even go through with this. I
I mean,
mean,
how did they get up the stairs to the ring, man? How did they even get into the ring?
I mean, for their relative size, maybe they're fairly healthy, I guess. By
Should
comparison,
have had them fight in a supermarket or something like that, you know, supermarket sweep type thing. You know, just fucking. No,
But what's next? Like, what are they going to do? Like, what's next? How do you follow that? Like, fucking hell.
you follow that with the dessert.
They've had-
bomb. That's what they always do.
They've had a little, like, they had a little,
Fuck me.
what's the correct term? Midgets. They had a little midget show, didn't they, on Misfits as well, like Little Man. He was going around fighting fellas. He was only like a midget or whatever. I don't know if he's fighting like tall lads or whatever. But what's next? Like, what's next? What's next for
They should
Misfits?
put him in against
Well,
Fundora.
Rob, I'm going to give you an idea, right? 'Cause as I mentioned just last week there about that fight in Spain, the transgender fight.
The Inter Milan fight you were talking about last week.
That's what's going to happen. We're going to get transgender fights. We're going to end up get guys with HIV versus guys who've got AIDS. We'll have
At least there's going to be something on the line.
we've had tag team boxing. We'll need to get a steel cage match shortly with the gloves on. Tables and chairs, fucking wet.
Danny Young sent this in. Chippy Tits. He said.
I thought that was the fucking new Sam Smith performance at the Brits.
Oh my god.
I'll never be able to eat pancakes again.
Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm.
Fat man got no rhythm.
Well,
Look at the belly on him. Holy fuck.
Hey, where do you keep your pencils?
look at his arms. Stretch marks. Oh my god, this guy. Well, listen.
I guess he's got the right place. He's got his armpits there to keep his chips warm, you know. So.
Elusive Raph has been on the case. Him of unrivaled research fame, and he said, "It took me a while to realise this, but ultimately the YouTuber genre of boxing is good for the sport.
For
Even if
fuck's
the
sake, here we
casual
go with this
hardcore
guy.
conversion rate is 1% minus that 1% of such a big customer pool, is still a massive influx of eyeballs.
Fuck
And to the
him,
benefit
man.
of the sport, there you go, Elusive Raph.
Fuck him, man. That's the kind of, is that the Hispanic version of fucking Lee Wiley?
Yeah.
Is that who that is?
It's boxer size one. That's what we call him.
He's nearly
he's
fucking day one. That's what he's fucking.
He'd want to take his fucking eyeballs and put them somewhere else, wouldn't he? Fuck off, Raf. Like,
Aye, do one.
I try to be a
paying for his
glass.
blue tick as well. Look at him still paying for his. They took mine. Let him take it. I'm not paying for a blue tick. Fucking look at him. Pay $7.99 so people to respect my opinion. Boxer size one. Oh, fucking cha 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 out of here.
I try to be a glass half full kind of person, but his glass is half full of fucking acid. Good God.
Hopefully he drinks it. Anyway, good luck to Raph. That's
If
what I
it's
say.
sulfuric.
On to real boxers. I apologise.
here we
Conor
go.
Ben in tears admits regrets and wants to come home. There he is.
He already
That's,
filled up the
from
pool
a
behind him.
couple of weeks ago. He was doing the Crocodilos on Brutalmente on Esto with Radio Raheem, saying that he just fucking started ranting and bullshitting about, you know, my kids, what will my kids think of me? And he pretended to cry. And you could tell Radio Raheem wasn't believing it, but he didn't call him out on his bullshit either. I would have just said, man, there's no tears coming down your face. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Just fucking, do you know what I mean? And I saw someone put a point on Twitter today. I don't know, because they changed the algorithms on Twitter, so I see mad shit that I'm not following. But one guy was like, Rolly Romero's back in a title fight, and he had some serious allegations against him. And Conor Bain is still fucking going around crying on YouTube channels. But like, the difference is Rolly shut the fuck up and said nothing and just came back. And this fella fucking publicly campaigned his innocence everywhere. Yeah. He's so emotional. What was wrong with him? Oh, that's brilliant, Albert. Man, fucking brilliant. Yeah, that's exactly.
Connor
That's hit the fucking nail on the head. Like, to the layman and to the dog in the street, he looks guilty as fuck. I wish he'd just go away. Do you know that way?
What about Australia boxing though, Rob? They're saying there, like I said, people should leave this man alone. I believe him. I don't think he did anything wrong at all.
Australia boxing wouldn't be biased towards Conor Benn or anything. Not the fact that he fucking lives out there.
Oh,
Does he live in Australia?
yeah. His dad
Yeah.
lives in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only place he can get a license.
He's not a priest, you know.
No.
Ebbs think he's innocent as well.
That's what he needs then. Steve,
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to connect the two. He needs Father Dave in his life, man. This man
Yeah.
is seeking redemption. Father Dave can
The
help him find it.
Only people that think he's innocent are Father Dave, Joe Mangle, and Alf Ramsey.
This is Father
Busy
Dave, and
boy
you're
Joe.
listening to the Boxing Asylum podcast.
Yeah.
Go
Harold.
on, Dave.
Kelly Minogue.
Alf Stewart.
Oh
Um,
man, Kylie Minogue 20 years ago. Good fucking god, what a good
No,
little.
Oh
man,
man,
fuck me.
well, that was your
Is
first
she
wank,
still?
yeah.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
18. I would hope I had done it before then.
You should be so lucky. Lucky.
well, yeah. Now that Conor Ben, now that Conor Ben's transitioned, he could be used.
Shut out,
I'm not sure whether you're allowed to say that. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, but
Transformed.
It's out there now. He could maybe use Anthony Joshua's new line of products, the Femi
Who's-
bin.
What's that red mark in the middle
That's
there,
where
by
his
the way?
career is going.
Steve, what's that red mark in the middle there?
Good point. I don't know actually.
Pregnancy test is a built-in one.
Snail trail.
Good luck to them, I say.
The Femi bin. What's going in that?
Snail
Oh,
trail.
tried to think.
Tea
Seen it in
bags.
Subway. Seen it in Subway the other day. Thought I'd take a photo as you do. Ebbs. No, this is Rick Glazer actually. I've had enough of Rick Glazer.
Yeah, fuck
Ebbs
Rick
was-
Glazer.
Oh, he was shot on Tony Weeks, so he's okay.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Aye.
Everyone is shitting on Tony Weeks. Even his fucking family is shitting on Tony Weeks today.
Aye. He's a disgrace to his race.
Mm-hmm. Joe Kennedy
Both of them.
reinvigorated this one this week, and I thought this would be quite interesting. Actually, he was having a back and forth with Ebbs back in September 2020, and Ebbs threw something in quite interesting here, Andy. She says,
boobs,
"No,
you know.
I feel for you. I'm a boxing fan too, but I don't pay for pay-per-view. I stream everything, so I'm not hurt by it either."
Yeah, streaming guys. You don't have to fucking pay for it. Just fucking stream it.
Fucking brilliant, man, Team Ebbs.
Are you gonna join the Ebbs Appreciation Society now?
I think I might do now, yeah.
Well, I'm sure no one will mind if you join the Ebbs Appreciation Society.
Steve, I've just found Ozzy's burner account on the YouTube chat at ABC. See him?
Where's that? What's he
Definitely
saying?
odds. 100% odds.
ABC.
Like
It's
1, 2,
100%
3.
That fella?
You and me.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. Oh dear. The Dr. Jones Vijay has been nominated as well. He says, congratulations to Gervonta Davis on his great knockout win over Ryan Garcia. I saw the epiphany. It happened the way God revealed it to me. Check my recent tweet. Ryan Garcia's success is never ending. Failure is never final. There you go.
Failure's never final. What's he writing captions for AJ? What the fuck does that mean? That's straight out of the AJ playbook, that one, isn't it?
AJ's
Don't
getting
let
a
your
couple.
failures define you, but let your wins teach you about your losses, and your losses teach you about your draws, and flip yourself around 360, but then flip yourself back around. Fuck off, man.
Fucking
Big meat.
AJ's just found the title to his autobiography, by the way, so we'll be getting that shit copyrighted very soon. Failure's never final.
Failure's never final. Unbelievable. Dr. Chase. What a fucking guy. Go on, the doctor.
Push.
Failure's never final for this guy anyway. The dog.
AB, man. Look, AB sitting there like, I've made some dumb shit moves, but this is the fucking biggest win I've ever done. And
Look
this
at all
fucking Don King dressed like a fucking Russian war veteran, and he's got the fucking, with all the badges and that, and he's got the fucking flags like
The
the UN.
flags. He loves a flag, doesn't he?
Fuck, I
come
tell you
over
what,
here.
right? Fuck AI. I want to find out more about the fucking DNA. This guy has survived the fucking civil
COVID.
rights movement, a beat a
Prison.
murder rap, the Muhammad Ali era prison. He beat the fucking IRS, and somehow in 2023, Mike Tyson dangling him out of a window. Somehow in 2023,
Federal
he's fucking
injunctions, federal court cases.
still fucking kicking in his 90s with that hair, and he's fucking bringing back AB. Shut that soft that shit up. Don King, a fucking legend. Him and Bob Aaron, man, with some, I swear to God, right? If World War III broke out in the morning and they nuked the whole fucking planet, Bob Aaron and Don King would pop up together waving flags somewhere on fucking.
With Keith Richards playing a benefit concert. I was just thinking, man, fucking when Michael Jackson held his kid out over the fucking balcony at the hotel. Fucking
His kid.
Don
His kid.
Don King was probably having flashbacks. Yeah.
His kid. Fucking kids the same colour as me, the two of them. Fuck me.
Are you saying you're the father of Michael Jackson's children?
AB though, man. He still was a fucking. I'm a dumb fuck.
Good luck to AB, I say.
See, Keith Richards. I met one of them before. The Rolling Stones. I was doing a show in fucking for Guinness Day, Arthur's Day in Dublin, and some English rapper hadn't made the flight, and DJ MK gave me a shout. He was like, I was coming to meet him. He was like, "Oh, look, we need to do a performance to jump on the stage." These two, with this group, but like I only listen to hip hop, so I don't know like loads of other groups or whatever. But I met the guy, and apparently, like it was a mix up of Baby Shambles, which is Pete Doherty's group, and the Arctic Monkeys, and they were called Mongrel. But I met the guy, like, and I was like saying to him, like, because they told me like just go to this room, meet this guy, like whatever. So I met him, and I was like, "Oh, how's the music going?" And he was like, "I'm in Baby Shambles." I was like, "All right, cool. How's Pete Doherty?" Because he wasn't there. Like I was like, "How's the other guy?" Not the fucking. I didn't know that guy. Like I only knew Pete Doherty, obviously. But I saw this old fella with like a real young girlfriend. I was like, "How's your man?" Like at the bar with this fucking young Russian one. Like, and she fucking draped over him. I was like, "What's going on here?" And I was like, "This fella looks familiar or whatever." But then someone was like, "Oh, that's fucking one of the Rolling Stones." I don't know. Not Keith Richards. I don't know. One of them. But that's sorry for fucking hijacking this. It's pointless story. Anyway, basically, I was in the bar with one of the Rolling Stones. Didn't know who the fuck they were, and he had a young girlfriend.
And then you're like, I wish I was a rock star. And here we are.
Probably Ronnie Wood or something, was it?
Ronnie Wood, that's the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy.
Dude,
Ronnie
that
Wood.
guy was a hell of a guitarist, man. He also played with Faces. He was a fucking face shredder.
It was cool. On that show, I ended up doing the show anyway with the guys. I don't know. I didn't really. They were sound anyway. All of them. Some of them were in Reverend and the Makers. Some were in Baby Shambles, and some were in Arctic Monkeys. They're all very sound. But on that show, it was me, them, Calvin Harris, Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child, Republic of Loose from Ireland, Jamie Callum, the little jazz singer, and the full lineup of the original Soul to Soul. So it wasn't a bad day out in the end.
Where were you at in the booking?
I was very low, but I got a free ticket in, so it was great.
Fucking hey.
He's punching above his weight, like AB, with old Don King there. Pull out, Gate, Fraser Clark, ready for the Fabio Wardley fight. Oh, absolutely. He needs a 10-rounder, says Ben Shalom. Great promoter that he is, showing his true colours. Why the
he's running this show,
I don't know. Oh, he's like...
Tell you what, everything I said, see, last year when I was like winding up Eddie, because I know he listens even Ed, and saying Ben Shalom was the greatest fucking thing since, I take it all back, man. I was just bullshitting. It was only to wind up Eddie. He's a fuck. He doesn't know what he's doing. And by the way, who gives a flying fuck about Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark? I never heard so much commotion about a fucking fight between two British fucking fellas who haven't beaten shit between the two of them, fighting for a British title that's going to purse bids, and all of a sudden it's fucking national news. When you get a life, nobody gives a fuck about these two until they beat a live body. Fuck off. Oh.
Meanwhile, we've got fighters getting robbed and attempted robberies left and right every other fucking week. But yeah, this shit's going to make fucking social media breaking news.
These two dipsos are on fucking social media arguing about who's the A and the B side. You're both the fucking B side.
It's a British title fight.
You're both the fucking B side. Shut up, will you? Fuck's sake.
You're the B side, you a-holes. That's how that works.
Well, not to go off track too much because it's Bellew of the Week, but I don't really rate Clark as highly as they do. I actually would pick Wardley to beat him. I don't know whether that's a stupid take or not, but I mean, what's Shalom seeing here?
I don't think it fucking matters either way.
See, something different than everybody else, judging by the fucking signings he's making.
Jesus, man, I could get my 3-year-old son to run fucking Sky's boxing fucking content better than Ben Shalom.
Ian's gone now. Boxing's dead, bro.
you gotta feel for Shalom. Like, you know, he fucking makes the big statement signing fucking Buatsi and Okolia. Fellas are leaving the fucking venue when Buatsi is fighting. And now he's pulled out of the purse bids here. He's having a mare, isn't he, Ben Shalom? He's in at the deep end, like.
And he's like one shocking performance for Okolia away for shutting the doors, man. Folk would just be like, we want a refund, man. This is fucking reported under the trade description that for non-performance.
Look,
you need Bean. See, this why you need Bean back, because
That's what I
Bean was brilliant at convincing the public that they were watching something different that was actually happening. And right now, everybody can see what's happening, and there's nobody to tell him any different. You need Bean back. Macklin don't give a fuck. You need Bean back. We'll never forget.
Look,
Creepy
if there's not a chance of somebody getting hit by a chair hooked by a traveler, I don't fucking care if they sign it or not. I have no skin in the fucking game.
Wrecking New York, all that. Absolutely run a riot. Holy shit, that video.
Battle of York Hall.
Oh my god.
The poor bastard getting ice with that chair, man. I wonder what he's like this morning when he woke up. Hey.
I looked after him. It wasn't looking good.
He's got a soft chin though, man. If he's getting dropped off a fucking plastic chair. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's the ones that you don't see that get you, you know what I mean?
It's the ones you don't see coming at them.
Terry O'Connor had him up at the time the chair landed, Andy.
Jack Reese wanted to continue. So another chair, he said.
Terry O'Connor picked him back up, put him back in the action.
Tony Weeks originally called it a push, though.
Oh, right. Quick, we better move on quickly. Graham Houston was going in on DAZN.
He's got me blocked on Twitter. Fuck him.
Asking the good. Well, the Bellew of the week for DAZN is the fact that they block you apparently as well, Andy. Talking of being blocked from different areas. So if you DAZN Italy are putting on a card,
you're geo-blocked,
you can only watch it in DAZN.
Geo-blocked Italy. You like that one?
What? So if you're watching a show in Italy, you can only watch it in Italy, is that right?
Yeah. DAZN Canada can only watch the Canadian cards. Like, so if you're a boxing fan, you can't watch all of the action of it. It's just ridiculous.
So literally, you're actually getting like 150% increase. So was it £200 a year for subscription, right? You can't get a month-to-month fucking contract, and you can't get the content that you pay for.
Yeah. Get on DAZN. There's no fights for you.
Tutto bene. Tutto bene.
Steve Bunt, if I live 50 or 60 more years, I will never come across a man like Canelo Alvarez. He's a unique individual.
Oh,
yeah, he's a Mexican with red hair, asshole. No shit.
Fuck me, man. This is the guy who's been running about boxing his entire life. Hey, fuck me.
Someone put me onto a funny Bunt video, actually. I haven't got it cut in time, so I'll hopefully get it for future weeks. I haven't got it for tonight, but yeah, watch this
space. Cowards that put you onto that Bunt video.
I mean,
watch this space.
After a timer comment.
It's a little bit like this one, actually, an old favourite. It's a bit like this one I'm going to play now.
I mean, you were literally fighting every month before you fought Joe Frazier in Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica, man.
More fire.
Apollo, Georgia.
Do you want to smoke some shit?
Gad Rodigan.
So Mark Stanton says Bunsey living another 50 years.
Fucking, can you imagine?
Him and Jeff Bezos.
New Yorker, the mama over we.
Fuckers like Bunsey will live another 50 years.
See when Bunsey does, he goes, man, I hope he gets put on his fucking headstone of White Britain.
Right, last one. Frotch. I'm too big, too strong for Canelo. Ryan Garcia is the biggest hype job in boxing. He's class and he Frotch.
I've not watched any podcasts, man.
I love him nowadays, man. I used to fucking hate him, but I actually fucking love him nowadays. He is actually self-aware. Like, I used to think years ago that that he was just fucking unaware of his own bullshit, but he's totally fucking conscious of it, like, and plays up to it. So fair play to Frotch. Hard bastard in the ring. Mm-hmm. Never laid a glove on Ward, and he can't get over it. But you know, apart from that, he's
good stuff. Right, final video before we go to our picks. Misfits boxing is all the rage, and someone sent me a video through the week going back in time to Cali Sauerland in the middle of one of these Misfits boxing cards.
What's this going to look like?
Two young ladies at the weigh-in. One of them reaches into her undergarments and pulls out quite an interesting object. Let's have a look.
Oh no!
Just make sure you don't move forward too much.
Get it!
What she throw? A fish. A fish. Allah! She threw a fish.
What?
Did you throw a tampon at her?
She pulled a. Where did the fish come
Misfits
from?
boxing. Fuck's sake. The
Little
fish was just
Kamichi.
in there, by the way. The fish was just fucking in there. She didn't plant that.
She pulled the
Spawned
fish
it.
out of her knickers and threw it at the other
Can you
girl.
imagine the smell of that, man. Like another bro fucking trawler. That's what it was fucking stinking like.
Apparently the fish was in there.
Fuck me.
The
Going,
sad thing
Jesus,
is
it stinks in here.
God damn it!
I'm getting
There's
visions of
only
that.
time
I'm
for
getting-
one really good joke there, and you beat me to it.
I'm getting visions of that.
Yeah,
bit
well,
in The
listen, timing is
Sopranos.
everything, baby. Timing beats speed.
ABC, tell me about the haddocks. Oh fuck, we're gonna have to look at that Rumble subscription again tonight, I think.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You're rumble. Yeah, we'll be on with all the Nazis next week. Fuck's sake.
Young man Rumble, man. Fuck.
The only place that's gonna
Rumble,
happen.
Brilliant.
Why are we so fucking demented? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Boxing is what's wrong with us. These bitches are pulling their fishes out of their knickers. What the fuck are you blaming us for? Fuck's sake. What are we supposed to do with that?
Terrible state of affairs, Rob.
I mean, you think of things you want to see it away, and it's up there, but it's not the one that you're expecting. You know that way.
I tell you what, man. You dream of nights like this, but failing to live up to expectations. That a woman pulls a fish out of snatch and launches it at you like it's a fucking dart. Fuck me. What the fuck is going on in boxing? Jesus.
Larry Merchant or not fucking Larry Merchant. What's his name? What's Homeboy's name off HBO? Lampley just crying, commentating on it, tears running down his face.
HRT patches fell off. Fucking
They've shown you a lot of things on HBO over the years.
HBO After Dark.
Out of the shadows. Let's go through them quickly then.
I've got
in
a few,
fact,
mate. I've
yes,
got a
sorry,
few,
go ahead,
mate.
Andy. You throw yours in first. actually.
I've got one for obviously the Tony Weeks. I just put up the cards actually for last night. That Tim Cheatham had it 76, 75. He had it way too close, man. Way too close. I think Weisfeld card's probably right. 78, 73. Shakur Stevenson calling out Eddie Hearn, by the way. So Eddie Hearn's just signed the Olympian, the Cuban,
Cruz.
Andy Cruz Jr.
Yep.
And Eddie Hearn's saying 1,000,000% he wants to make the Keyshawn Davis rematch
That's in his fuck.
for Cruz's pro debut. 1,000,000% he says, so you cannot fight no happening. He's bluffing, he's bullshitting. Ain't no way that guy's going to be fighting Keyshawn Davis with 8 ounce gloves on in a pro debut, man. What the fuck are you talking about, Eddie?
What a fucking hoe bag.
Not saying Andy Cruz can't. I tell you what, Andy Cruz is a hell of a fighter, and it remains to be seen what he can do at pro. But he's not going in straight into a fucking pro debut with Keyshawn Davis. Eddie, give me a break, man. Will you?
Eddie's a nuisance, isn't he?
He's a fucking fud. One for I seen this guy put out at No Smoke Sport on Twitter. He shows the clear angle of KSI knocking out Joe Fournier with an elbow, right? And he asked the question, should this win be voided? I'm like, voided? Are you fucking kidding me? Is anybody even interested in that fucking shit? You want to void it? Fuck off, man. Our man in the white shirt getting iced off a plastic chair at the York Hall, the Battle of York Hall, was always good to see. And how can we forget, by the way, the fighting man himself, John Fury. We'll get involved in the fights there last night, man. He was saying that he was trying to break it up, mind you, but I'm assuming he'll be coming out in IFL in a couple of days' time, saying, if I got started, I'd pulled that guy's eye out or something like that. You just never know.
No, he's commented on it. He said to Cougs, didn't he? Cougs pulled him on it and said, John, you normally so fucking. He was like, but if I'm his father, so my role is to teach him better. So I didn't jump in. I didn't lose the nut, because if I lose the nut, anything can happen. Big fucking liar. You shit yourself, didn't you, John? Shit himself. As soon as the punches start flying about, he fucking shit himself. No, look, I don't know. He has his eye on the prize, don't he? He don't want to fuck up the payday, the big payday between KSA and Tommy Fury, who definitely didn't have a staged face-off in the ring last night. What's Tommy Fury at, by the way? Can he fight or fucking fighter, by the way? We forgave him for Jake Paul. Now he's going straight into KSI. Fuck's sake.
He's just trying to be the king of that type of fighter. It
He's
sounds
found the
like.
market now. Oh, I tell you one that actually, another
Laughing
one.
all the way to the bank. Joe was on me. What am I complaining about? Fuck me.
One for Joe Joyce. Did anybody catch that clip on Twitter? But it was an interview. I forget it was with Settings Out, possibly. So, Joe, tell us what happened in the fight. Well, it's a hard one to explain because, well, the tactics and that, it was completely different to what we'd planned, and then, I was like, this is riveting stuff, man. What the fuck
He's
is-
class. I love him, man. He's brilliant.
He's not making any excuses. Like,
Yeah,
I was like,
I think he said
I was like, Zhang's really fucking tuned this guy up, man. He can't remember what fucking the
I think
game
he said
plan
in
was.
the end, they were like, what happened, Joe? And he's like, City
don't know.
Zhang he hits really hard. They were like, fucking hell.
It's a shame Zhang didn't rewire him that much that he started like talking like V for Vendetta or something, like coming off with a letter.
Start saying his idols were big meats and all. Really get fucking rewired.
Big meat.
Oh,
That's all I've got, Steve.
lovely stuff, thank you, Andy. Matty, any from you, please?
There's too much to be one thing. I agree with the Tony Weeks and some scorecards here and there and shit. It's just such a shitty fucking week for boxing, Steve. My God. Oh, here's one. The off-key two-person rendition of the Philippine national anthem from the Casemiro card. If for some reason you happen to run across that, it was like between the second and the third fight. That was pretty good. And there was also a guy on that card whose first name, as best I could tell, I think you might have saw it, is Piss on You. So that was.
I tell you what, I found weird actually to have Mr. and Mrs. Rachel, Mr. and Mrs. Nenito Danair on the broadcast, calling a fight against a guy that Danair was raging about because did Casemiro no say something about his wife or something, and then like Danair literally lost his shit with him like on an interview.
Oh yes, that's right.
I
That's a
ain't
good
getting you no
point,
fucking
actually.
payday, motherfucker. I've never seen Danair lose his shit like that, man. So I
Yeah.
thought it was quite interesting that the
Yeah,
two
I'm
of them were calling his
surprised.
fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he was shitting all over Sean Gibbons and everything. That's right.
Yeah.
No, Nonito's a very evolved human being. He knows how to mellow out, not let it affect everything. We could all learn from that.
My greatest prediction ever, that was Rigo to school, fucking Anito. Shouting from the rooftops to us. No Nutters League back in those days.
I hated that so much, Rob. But one of the funniest fucking things ever in retrospect is going from that weigh-in when Donaire was telling Rigo to look him in the eye, and then that was the eye that got fucking damaged by the shot from Rigo in the 12th round. That was pretty fucking class.
It was fucking. I just remember my dad going by the 8th round. This is fucking boring as fuck. I said, shut up, you. Fuck, always the same. Fuck's sake.
That fight was fucking AIDS on ice, more or less, though. It was.
And tried to job Rigo in the card 114, 113. I can remember one of the cards being.
Right.
Oh,
I want to fucking.
Want to give a quick shout out to fucking avid listener, fucking Ricky Gravel. He was spotted on the timeline this week with a nice new jacket, and he had a Plumber Terrier in the picture, and he mentioned that it was a Plumber Terrier. So Plumber Terriers are like a kind of a fucking specially bred terrier dog that kind of have Jack Russell and Beagle and bits of Staffordshire Terrier in them, and their like speciality is catching rats. But basically my dad was a dog enthusiast and he got like the first Plumber Terriers into Ireland. So Ricky and Ricky's dad and me dad have kind of something in common in terms of dog breeding. But I went in to see my dad. He has dementia, as you know. I went in to see him during the week to tell him like John Ryder had fought Canelo, like, because my dad's first cousin is John Ryder's granddad or whatever, like, so he would have followed his career or whatever. So it's funny, I was telling him anyway, I was like, oh, like, he didn't win or whatever, but he got a good payday, he did well in the fight or whatever. And he goes to me, what was the other fella we used to watch? And I was like, I don't know that. Who are you talking about? I was like, Chavez or whatever. Like, and he stands next to him and he's on the bed and he does like a fucking shoulder roll. Your man with the long arms, very hard to hit him. I was like, Mayweather. Yeah, Mayweather. He's doing the fucking shoulder roll on the bed. For
fuck's sake.
Yeah. Prime shoulder rolling. Rob, any more nominations from you there, please?
No, it's just Big John, like, wasn't it? Like, he talks so much about what he's going to do. He takes his top off at the fucking there's other Misfits card, and then he's out of the ring after Jake Paul. He's going to fucking sort everyone. But as soon as the fucking payday's in jeopardy, he's the fucking UN peacekeeper, like Big John Fury. So really only that. And the whole fucking Misfits thing, it's an absolute fucking disgrace, as Ozzy would say. The two lads fucking at combined weight of 57 stone could have easily died, like, at any point in that fight. Honestly, like, what would you do? Like, what would the fucking PBA do at that stage? So it's
5 foot bankruptcy, I would
fucking
imagine.
basically that
Running
whole
the
shit
fucking
show. Like.
hiding.
Pretty much.
And then, like, Jim Gray as well. Jim,
they're so
Jim,
big, you think
I
they should
feel-
have druids dragging them to Stonehenge.
Jim Gray has to go as well. I've been a massive Jim Gray fan over the years. I thought he's always call it like he sees it. But I feel like now he just wants to fucking put the fighters on the spot too much. Like, and him
Yeah, I think that-
as a verbal spar versus Rolly Romero is a mismatch, like, you know, that way.
yeah.
And he's just coming across like an old cunt these days. So I think Jim Gray has to go. Isn't he though? Like, I loved him over the years, like, but like,
No, I've
especially with
noticed that too. It used to be a
Yeah.
balance, but now he seems to be doing it every week.
Yeah, he just needs to go now, Jim Gray.
Off you go, Jim. See you later. Yeah, talking to post-fight interviews, I'll give Alim
Saying that, though,
Hanalala a
fucking-
nomination as well. Andy,
your
he makes
man-
Joe Joyce sound like Tony Robbins. He's terrible. Though.
Your man, fucking Ronello and Bernstein were absolutely incredulous last night with that fucking decision, man.
Mamma mia.
They were they were quite restrained. I think they kind of checked themselves a wee bit because they were like, "What the fuck happened? What's happened here?" I'm sure I think somebody got heard in the background. No, it was the other fight, the ESPN fight. Tim Bradley got heard about the referee saying it was a shocking stoppage. Yeah.
I think they got to be careful because didn't Teddy Atlas say that he can't go to ringside commentary anymore because he kept on saying corruption every time. It was a bad decision. So I think they're playing the Teddy Atlas playbook there a little bit. Like.
Right, let's look over them. Excuse me. Where are we? Oh yeah, the Misfits. Shout out to Boogie and Wings of Redemption. They were the first nominations. KSI landing the elbow on the Millionaire.
Style.
Yep, we had the Fat Guys. We had Elusive Ralph. He's in favour of it all, as he might be. He'll be on the telly soon, I bet you. Conor Brown crying in the Femi bin. We got Ebbs, Team Stream. Rick Glazer got a nomination as well. The Doctor, who had a premonition about Tank Davis knockout. Oh yeah, the box rec from YouTubers now, apparently. Someone sent this in as well. There's a box rec, YT box rec for YouTube influencers. Salt Pappy.
Boxrec might sue them for that one, no?
Steve,
Mm-hmm.
I was just, can we put all of the Misfit stuff into one? I feel like that's essentially like one big nomination at the end of the day rather than split. Between the big titty guys, the elbow, and the Cooch Cod missile, I think it's all.
Of course you can. I'm only going in this
nomination.
lineage because it's just easier to click on one button after another. You see, that's what.
Okay.
In order of what was sent to me, but yes,
Steve,
absolutely.
will you consolidate this shit? Fucking you know, for fuck's sake.
Merge the
Okay,
stuff, Steve.
right.
Like a
I'm
business.
going to move him on up.
Like a
Here
bank
we are.
account, mate. Merge them
Okay.
together in one.
Here we are. Okay, there we go. AB got a nomination.
Fucking yes.
Shalom. Graham Houston going in on DAZN. We got Bunsey getting nominated too. Frotch as well. We had the Alien and old Chippy Tits. And shout out to the girl with the fish in her knickers, like the new girl of the dragon tattoo, isn't it? That? And Joe Burns doing the Porky impression. Those are all the nominations for this week. Rob, who you going for?
Oh, sorry, I had a late nomination for IFL. IFL are getting absolutely hammered in the comments and on Twitter and on their YouTube channel for being the fucking main purveyors and fucking promoters of this Misfits card. And they've got little Joe Parsons, their latest fucking Umar type character, who's a bit of a Cockney wide boy or something, isn't he? Has like kind of his young chap, little chubby lad with a kind of a Gucci bag, man bag or whatever. But he's interviewing Elle Brooke. Anyway, the interview, I don't want to spend too long on it, but anyway, the interview ended up with basically Elle Brooke telling Charlie Parsons, is it Charlie Parsons or fucking something else? Telling your man Parsons anyway that he could go in deeper with the microphone inside her at the end of the fucking interview because he kind of like gives Elle Brooke an interview, asks her about the fights, and then basically like his little fucking mindset takes over, and he starts having to ask her who she fancies and that at the arena, and then all of a sudden the microphone's fucking in deep. Like, so I don't know, but fucking IFL is scraping the bottom of the barrel at the moment. I don't like, fuck me. We wouldn't even do that. Like, you know what I mean? We've had fucking what's her name on, Rachel Ball on. We never fucking ended up trying to fucking place the microphone anywhere. We just let her talk. You know what I mean?
Judy Fitzgerald, did they follow her bodybuilding career?
Yeah, we didn't ask Judy, did she? You know what I mean? We just let her fucking talk. So learn how to speak to women, IFL TV.
Yeah,
virgins.
like Gareth Davis either. But do you shower before a fight?
Yeah, like if anyone was going to ask Elle Brooke, could have fucking bury a microphone in her, you would have thought it'd be the Gad, wouldn't you? But it's not. Parsons ever stealing the limelight there. What
The
kind of
Gad
talk
lead-
is that?
leading the life.
Fuck me. Like, fucking get a life, IFL.
We want to know the real person inside you.
Right, Rob, who you going
Tears,
for?
man,
Come on.
almost tears.
Episode 523.
Time for bed. Work in the
Fucking
morning.
all of them. Who gives a fuck? I don't know.
Fuck
Ben
this sport,
Shalom.
right?
Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom for fucking. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Ben Shalom is my nomination.
That's who I'm going for as well, Steve. Ben
Ooh.
Shalom. He's actually dragged that shit out. The purse bud got called about 2 months ago. He takes it up to the final day and decides to fucking pull it, even after bidding for it. I think somebody else even pulled up a video. I don't know how old it was, whatever than that. But anyways, definitely Ben Shalom, the guy who never knew that the sport needed by has come in here and just started just how the sport goes on. Complete shite. So
Oh yeah, I forgot to admit, someone sent me this and I didn't get it uploaded in time. Actually, Isaac Lowe and Prince Patel were having a back and forth again. Isaac went down to London apparently to confront him and gripped him up, and security pulled him off and all this apparently.
Fucking hell.
Should have thrown a
A
chair.
win on both counts.
I forgot to mention that one. Two for Ben Shalom. Matty, who you going for?
That's got to be the Misfits card. Too much in one fucking setting, dude. Oh my god.
That's what I was going to go for as well, the fatties.
Look at these little arms. Oop.
Oh, we needed that.
Sorry. I bring everybody around again. Yeah, shout out to Ben Shalom and shout out to the fatties.
I'd be like Lanaris
still
if she was
winners.
my pad trainer, by the way.
Probably gonna tell me she's fighting in Spain and ruin her for me too.
Vamos, Roberto.
El Brunto Armento.
Right, yes, shout out to Misfits card and shout out to Ben Shalom. You're both winners of Bellew of the Week for episode 523. And what else did we have? Dr. FMG threw in the 15
Look at John
Australian
O'Carroll
dollars.
looking at your man. Look at him.
Is that actually John O'Carroll?
Don't know. Feels like it should be if it's not him.
It looks like him, doesn't it?
It's like he knows the mystery has been solved as to who stole his sandwich at this point in time. That's the look on his
Why is
face.
the other guy so sad? He was the eventual winner. What's up?
Because he's looking at himself fucking half naked on stage. This is the moment in his life he's like, I have to do something.
Your man on the left is me whenever we get to episode 953 or something.
This is
He's
You know
definitely
what's
coming
Gonna
fucking
go into a
scary?
cave hibernation.
this is after 12 weeks training as well, by the way.
That's what I was thinking. How can you be that bad?
So what is it? Coming to 40 odd stone then? Didn't they want to do it 35?
The weight cut really had an effect on the guy on the right, I think.
He looks like Jared if the Subway diet didn't work.
Wasn't there one of the fighters back in the day? It was like Chauncey Welliver or Gabe Brown or something. They couldn't record his actual weight because the scales only went up to like 450 pounds, and he was over that. So they had to just guess.
So terrible and mean.
Like that.
These two look like
Get a hold of their weight, take better care of themselves.
these two look like a hallucination that Devin Haney is having while he's trying to make weight.
The Oasis. Oh man, right. I'm gonna have to end it, I'm afraid. But, the show, I mean.
No, we should just
Fuck's
end
sake,
it
Steve.
all, Steve. We should just end it all.